get ready for some people to start trying to impress you. It's almost giving that people perceive you as an undercover boss in some way, like even if they're strangers or whatever, like in a space that you go in often or something like that. Or, I don't know, it could just be any number of places, people, or things or whatever. It's like, you could just be walking in public, but there's something about your energy that has been fully activated and actualized to where, I don't know, whatever your anointing is, it's like people can see it now, or they can just tell. And it's giving like, it's putting some people in a jester energy. Like, I'm not getting that all of it is going to be so unserious, but some of it is going to be like people just feel compelled to like try to make you laugh or smile or like even get any sort of reaction from you. So like be aware of that too, because it could be like trying to get a negative reaction. But I mostly get this message as like positive, like people just want to be acknowledged by you in some way, and I'm getting that they may like overextend themselves in some way in order to do so. Even if this is people that like you don't feel like, maybe you're impressed by them already, you know what I mean? Like you may have made it, like if this is a person that you're like trying to talk to or like romantically interested in, I feel like you made it very clear that you're super into them. I feel like they know that you're super into them, but they still like feel compelled to impress you in some way. I don't know. Like it makes them feel good to do so. They're like, just yeah, they like me now, but I know they could like me a bit more, so let me just keep doing some more. And honestly, you deserve that energy. But in a sort of like a macro scale sense, it is giving that people are starting to perceive you as like an undercover boss or like the boss's child. Even if you're not, and even if you want to think about it in like a I almost said like a whimsical sense, but like in a higher spiritual sense. And let me get, I don't know, there are multiple divine energies, right? Obviously, there's like a source, and then like, we like split off or whatever. But obviously, this girl over here can embody Aphrodite's energy, and like, all of, the forms of Aphrodite, like Inanna and stuff or whatever. But like, this person could embody and like sort of be of Apollo, this, you know what I mean? And I don't know, etc., etc., etc. Okay. But it's like people are recognizing you, even just like instinctively or intuitively or whatever, as like the embodiment of a certain divine energy. And that divine energy will look a little different for everybody, But I am getting that like for a lot of you in like the collective, it's like you are a sort of, I don't know, you are a prized like child of certain beings, we are all kind of slightly different vibrations and different energies. And like if or whatever. It could even be, if it's not necessarily that, people being able to recognize who you were in a past life, or they are being able to feel who you will become in this lifetime because you've stepped into that energy. Even if, I guess on paper or logistically you aren't necessarily in that position, it's like the intensity of the energy is going to be, I don't know, it's like the energy or like the embodiment, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like the version of you that you're about to step into, like the highest version, is going to be so significant in some way that people can already feel and see and like recognize who you're about to be, like throughout time, or if that makes sense. But yeah, so you can walk into a store or whatever, and then people kind of like mistake you as like, oh, is this an episode of Undercover Boss? Or like, oh, is that like, that must be like the child of somebody who like owns this building. Like for some reason there's like randomly people are having that pop up. But I don't know, it's, I guess it could come as a warning or something like that. I don't know, but it's almost like people are developing this instinctive knowing that if they earned your favor, they would earn the favor of something like higher up, if that makes sense. I guess that's a better way to phrase it. Like So, you may attract people who are drawn to you because they like feel and kind of know that like if they are kind to you and if they treat you well, that some of your anointing will rub off on them. Like if they are true to you, they are loyal to you, and they are like honest and, only ever say good things about you and are only supporting you, like even as a stranger, that like, and it's authentic, right? That they will gain some sort of like luck or positive energy, or some like problem in their life will resolve itself, or they will get clarity about it. It's like their higher self can pick up on that in some way, like being kind and gentle with this person is going to benefit me. And it's not completely transactional, maybe a little bit, but isn't everything a little transactional? But it is just giving that like something has happened, or like, your trials are over, I don't know, the teacher has returned to like the classroom or whatever after the test is over, something like that. But I'm not even getting that that's accurate, because you have like elevated to the point where you don't need a teacher anymore. It's kind of just like, a protective energy, or I don't know. It's almost that like your higher self, like your soul, is the being that you were sort of like venerating the whole time, or an aspect of it. How there is like, goddesses of love, and then obviously there's different iterations of like, throughout all the pantheons or whatever, various like goddesses of love, right? But they're all valid in their own right. It's just that you are like a new, and say you could, for example, be a new embodiment of like the goddess of love energy. That's just an example, right? But I just say like some of you may literally be like, I don't know. I think that we will see things that are more esoteric or supernatural in nature, or something like this, becoming more validated, because it will be hard to deny or ignore the truth of things. That could look like irrefutable evidence of reincarnation, being like publicly recognized, or like irrefutable evidence of telepathy, of even telekinesis. I was hearing like weather control, like especially like people witnessing it in children, but also like people being activated within those gifts and stuff like that, in subtle or like overt ways that cannot be denied or like explained away. I was getting like remote viewing and stuff like that too. Like it's just that like it's gonna be something that transcends propaganda, because it can be witnessed by the masses. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So it's just giving that people are going to, again, be doing things in order to like get on your good side, and some of it won't be authentic. So make sure that you keep practicing your discernment. But it is sort of like you may see a lot of people doing really random things or acting sort of strangely in front of you, um as a way, because they feel like, oh, hold on, I'm trying to think. It's sort of like, how I don't know, I'm more used to cats than dogs, but I was giving like, okay, so I guess like with the cats, to sort of like show that they are not dangerous or something, or they are like friendly, even though sometimes they can be a trap, but that's regardless, like that's irrelevant. It's sort of like showing their belly to you, as a way to like display vulnerability, in order to like say like, hey, I'm not a threat, like, hey. So it could be a little bit of fear depending on who your like higher self is, okay? But yeah, or like, how intense your energy is, or like what your like, because you could have warrior ancestors and like come across that energy, or you could be sort of like the embodiment of infernal energies and stuff like that, or just regardless, really intense divine energies, regardless on which end of the spectrum they are and stuff like that. And dark isn't necessarily evil either, whatever, it's all nuance and stuff like that. But it's giving that like, due to the intensity of who you truly are energetically, it's like you may start to notice like people either crashing out around you and like lashing out, or they are literally like trying to show you that they are not a threat, and that to not like, don't come for them, because they're trying to like be nice to you or be innocent, and I don't know.